those who are preparing for the SSC JE, RRB JE, and different types of technical exams, the previous year question is very very important. So I discuss every day here previous year questions. This is the seventh lecture of fluid mechanics. Please, those are the new in my channel, for regular practice, please subscribe my channel and please on the notification to get the notified and join with me to discuss the question and answer. This book is youth time public youth time competition, and there is lot of questions, okay, previous year questions and with good explanation. So in this series we discuss this question answers with explanation. Okay, the first questions is, so the first question, the force per unit area is called: A, pressure; B, strain; C, shear surface tension; D, none of these. Anybody please get the answer, give the answer if you know the answer. Pressure is the answer. Okay, if you know what is the stress, please comment me in chat box what is the stress, and what is the difference between stress and the pressure. Okay, next question: what is the relationship, match the list is 1 and the 2. Select the correct answer during the codes given the below the lists. Okay, match the list. Lubrication. In left side, lubrication, rise of the sap in trees, formation of droplets. D, the cavitation. List 2, capillary, vapor pressure, viscosity, surface tension. Lubrication is related to the viscosity. So 1 is 3, rise of sap in trees due to capillarity, the formation of droplets due to surface tension, and the cavitation from due to the vapor pressure. Here is the answer of the explanation is the given. Lubrication is related to viscosity, rise of the sap in trees is related to the capillary, and the formation of droplets is related to the shear tension, surface tension. Cavitation is related to the vapor pressure. In an experiment, the following shear stress, time, rate of the shear strain values are obtained for a fluid. Time ratio rate of the shear strain is given 0 to 34. Okay, and the shear stress is given 0, 1.4, 2.6, and the 4. If you if you put the points in the shear stress and the rate of shear strain diagram, like this is the shear stress and the d theta by t rate of shear strain. If you plot this, like this type of curve is created, this curve is for the dilatant fluid. So dilatant is the answer. This is the graph also, you can see that. Next question: the specific weight of the water in SI units is taken as. We know that the specific weight equal to rho into g. Rho into g, how in rho into g? Specific weight or specific weight equal to, you can say that the specific weight equal to weight by mass. Weight you can see, sorry, weight per unit volume, not mass. Okay, weight per unit volume, specific weight equal to weight per unit volume. So weight equal to mg by volume. So mass per unit volume is called the density into g. What is the density? You can the 1000 in the density for the water. So 1000 into 9.81, 1000 into 9.81, 1000 into 9.81, it means the 9.81 into 10 to the 3 Newton per meter cube. B is the answer. You can see the explanation of this question. As I told, here also is given the same explanation. Next question. V equal to 0.0022 T minus 1.8 by T. This equation to determine the kinematic viscosity of liquids. Remember it, and you can note this question. It is for the Sevolt universal viscometer. This equation is determine the kinematic viscosity of liquid by the Sevolt universal viscometer, and also different method to find the viscosity, like capillary tube method, falling sphere, falling sphere resistance method. Okay. This question match the list. Dynamic viscosity, you know the dynamic unit of the dynamic viscosity is the ml minus 1 t minus 1. So this is the answer. Moment of momentum unit is ml to t to the minus 1, and the power unit of the power is ml to t to the minus 3, and the volume of the modulus of the elasticity, volume modulus of the elasticity is ml minus 1 t minus 2. Okay, B is the answer. Next question. The viscosity of liquid dash with the increase in the temperature. For the liquid, if you increase the temperature, then viscosity is decreases, because the causes of the viscosity in liquid due to intermolecular attraction force. If you increase the temperature, then the intermolecular attraction force decreases, so viscosity also decrease for the liquid. This is for the gases, it is fully opposite. If we increase the temperature, then viscosity also increases, because the in the gases, causes of the viscosity is due to collision of the molecules. Okay, so if you in the increases the temperature, molecules of the gases molecules are collisions are increases. Next question. The branch of engineering science which deals with the water at the rest or in the motion is called the hydraulics, fluid mechanics, applied kinematics. For the only water, this is for the hydraulics. In fluid mechanics, we discuss about the fluid. Fluid likes the water also, and the gases. Next question. Liquid shapes can be compressed very much. B. Occupy the definite shape. C. Are not affected by change in pressure and the temperature. None of these. No, because liquids are incompressible. Occupy definite says no. There is no definite shape. Are not affected by change in pressure and the temperature. Uh, no, this is also wrong. It's effect. So none of these answer. You can see the explanation. A liquid is nearly incompressible fluids that conforms to the shape of its container, but one of the fundamental states of the matter, which is the only state with a definite volume but no fixed shape. Next question, friends. The surface tension of mercury at the normal temperature compared to that of the water is more. What is the causes of the surface tension? Surface tension due to cohesion force. Okay, so in the mercury, cohesion force is more. So surface tension is also more than the water. Here is the explanation. Surface tension or surface tension of the liquid results from the imbalance of the intermolecular attractive force, the cohesive force between the molecules. The surface tension of the mercury at the normal temperature compared to that of the water is more. Unit of the surface tension is Newton per meter. Surface tension of the water at the 20 degrees centigrade is 0.075 Newton per meter. Remember it, it's very important. Surface tension or water at 20 degrees centigrade is 0.075 Newton per meter, and the surface tension of mercury is 0.480 Newton per meter. Next question, friends. In the figure given above, the non-Newtonian fluid, the curve that is applicable is C is the non-Newtonian fluid. C. C is non-Newtonian fluid. This is Newtonian fluid. This is ideal fluid. This is ideal solid. Newtonian fluid is divided by the two categories in the time independent and the time dependent. Time independent dilatant and the Bingham plastic also pseudoplastic fluid. And time dependent is thixotropic and rheophatic fluids. Next question, friends. 162. Kinematic viscosity depends upon A. Pressure, B. Density, uh, B. Distance, C. Density. None of these. We know the kinematic viscosity equal to dynamic viscosity by density, so it's depend on the density also. Question number 163. Dash is a phenomenon by which a liquid rises into a thin glass tube above the or the below its general level. This is the capillarity. Uh, Capillarity is a phenomenon by which a liquid rises into a thin glass tube above or the below its general level. As the adhesive dominance, the capillary rise occurs when cohesive dominance, capillary falls occurs. Height of the capillarity 4 sigma cos theta by rho gd, where sigma is the surface tension of liquid, theta is the angle of contact, rho is the density, g is the gravitational acceleration, d is the diameter of the pipe or tube. Friends, next question 164. Free surface of a liquid behaves like a sheet and tends to contract to smallest possible area due to the surface tension, and causes the surface tension is cohesion. So V is the answer, force of the cohesion. Given explanation, free surface of the liquid behaves like a sheet and tends to contract the smallest possible area due to the force of cohesion. The force of the cohesion occurs in like molecules. Next question. This is the graph. Okay. So in this graph, which is the Newtonian fluid? B is the Newtonian fluid. B. In the graph, the ideal fluid. This is the A is the ideal fluid and the D is the ideal solid. This is the proper graph. Here you can see the all fluid properties. This is the ideal solid, this is the ideal fluid, dilatant fluid, pseudoplastic fluid, Newtonian fluid. This is the rheopatic fluid, rheoplastic fluid. This is the thixotropic and the ideal plastic fluid or the Bingham plastic fluid. Next question, the flow of the fluids having the negligible variation in the density in terms as compressible fluid, Newtonian flow, and the ideal flow, the incompressible flow. The flow of the fluids having the negligible variation in the density. So negligible variation means the density is the constant. So this is the incompressible fluid. Okay, D is the answer. Next question, friends. Friends, if you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel and uh, on the notification to get notified new updates, new lectures, and please join with me for the live discussion of previous year questions, full technical subjects. The property of a fluid by the virtue of which it offers resistance to flow is known as the, so resistance means in water fluid, this is the viscosity. C is the answer. You can read this. The viscosity is defined as the property of the liquid which offers resistance to the movement of the one layer of the liquid over another adjacent layer of the liquid. Viscosity of a liquid is due to the cohesion and interaction between the particles. Unit of the viscosity is SI unit is Pascal second or Newton second per meter square, and the CGS unit is Dyne second per centimeter square or poise. If you know that one poise equal how one poise equal to uh, how many Newton second per centimeter square. Okay, which of the following representation the relationship between the shear stress at a point and the rate of the shear strain for the fluids? It's directly proportional to each other. Tau is directly proportional to d theta by dt or du by dy. Okay, so directly proportional. Consider the following statement. Piezometer is to used to measure small variation of pressure above or the below the ambient pressure. No, piezometer is measure only the medium pressure. This cannot measure the fluctuation of the pressure. It's wrong. Thixotropic fluid exhibits the decrease in the viscosity with time. Yes, it's true. Only two is the true. There is the explanation. The piezometer is placed from the manometer, which can be used for the measuring moderate pressure of the liquids. Piezometer's tube is not suitable for the measuring the negative pressure. It is suitable for the measuring positive pressure. Thixotropic fluid exhibits the decrease in the viscosity with the time. Next question, friends. What are the forces that influence the problem of the fluid statics? A. Gravity and the viscous force. B. Gravity and the pressure force. C. Viscosity and the surface tension force. D. Gravity and the surface tension force. B. Gravity and the pressure force. Here is the explanation. Gravity and the pressure force influence the problem of the fluid static. Next question, friends. The angle of the contact in case of the liquid depends upon A. The nature of the liquid and the solid. Yes, it's true. The material which exists above the free surface of the liquid. It is also true. So depends on the both. There is explanation. The angle of contact in case of the liquid depends upon the following. One, the nature of the liquids and the solid. The material which exists above the free surface of the liquid. The angle of the contact is defined as the angle of frame between the solid surface and the tangent along the free surface of the liquid at the connecting point. Next question, friends. The height to which a liquid will rise in and the open capillary tube is inversely proportional to the temperature of the liquid, density of the liquid, air pressure, surface tension. The capillary rise is, the capillary rise equal to 4 sigma cos theta by rho GD. So it's depend also the surface tension, density of the liquid, temperature. Acha, in and the inversely proportional. It's inversely proportional to the diameter density. So depends on this temperature also, but it's inversely proportional to density of the liquid. B is the correct answer. Okay, next question, friends. Viscosity of the water in the compression to the mercury is A, unpredictable, B, lower, C, the same, D, the higher. Viscosity of water is as compared to mercury is lower because the causes of the viscosity I told in the a few minutes ago. That's the it's depend on the cohesive force. Okay, so viscosity is causes the in the mercury is more, water is less. Next question, friends. Which of the following quantities inside the droplets or the jet is higher due to the surface? Temperature, B, pressure, C, viscosity, D, specific volume. Friends, it is for you. If you know this question's answer, please comment the answer on the chat box. Thank you for watching my video.